Welcome back to Caring About Seniors on Buzz TV. I'm your host, Mike White, and on Caring About Seniors, Dave and I sit down with businesses in the community and talking about how they're helping out the senior communities. Join us today, we have Rachel Noameshie with the MPH Life. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Noameshie?
Noameshie, yes.
No.
Almost there.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your company.
All right. So the MPH Life, MPH stands for Maintenance, Prevention, and Health. So I started this business as a provider. I'm a nurse practitioner. And in practice, I was challenged often with my seniors that did not have any support. And so they would come to me with issues, and that was because there was nobody there for them. So that's what prompted me to start a company that specifically address those type of issues.
How did you get started in the nursing field?
That's a very interesting question. I graduated from nursing in 2008. So I grew up in Togo, West Africa, and I grew up a sick child. Then I decided I wanted to be in healthcare because I wanted to help people as I was helped growing up. So initially I was moving to US to go to med school, but quickly changed my mind. I had an episode where I ended up in the emergency room, and I enjoyed my experience with nurses. So I went for nursing. So I started nursing in 2008 in Ohio, and later on decided to advance the degree to nurse practitioner.
Excellent.
Awesome. So talk to us about geriatric care management. A lot of people don't know that a service like ours exists, for helping people find senior housing, or that a service like yours exists to help people navigate when things get very complex and they're wondering, this doctor says this doctor says that, should I go on this program, should I go on that person, and the opportunity to have someone come in, unbiased, really focus on the client and navigate that.
Yes, that's a very good question. A geriatric care manager is really a health and support services specialist. So what the care manager does is provide guidance, support, and advocacy for the
Okay.
client and their family. Typically, it is either a solo ager, so solo or elderly spouse, they don't have children or anybody close, or it is overwhelmed adult children with all the healthcare issues and navigating the system and even being knowledgeable enough or understanding what you are being told to make the right decision for your parents.
Yeah.
So
What would be a typical client and their needs, and what do you specifically do for them?
I'll talk about my sweet spot probably.
Mm-hmm.
My sweet spot are the solo agers, the clients that do not have the support.
No
Um,
family in town.
yes, family live far,
Yes.
and they are typically trying to figure out things by themselves, or the seniors whose families are so overwhelmed, especially when it comes to making the best decision for dad or mom. Those are when I really get, I don't want to say emotionally involved, but that tugs on me. Because in practice, I see that a lot. And from a provider perspective, the challenge with seeing all the specialists, taking the right medication, taking too many medication, having side effects, all of those things. So those are my type of clients.
It can get very complex.
Yes,
Yes.
especially when they're having they're having a hard time accessing some services too.
Sure. Can you share a story that maybe is near and dear to you of a very
Yes.
great success of how you've got someone that maybe was heading down a dangerous path or something?
Yes. I He's actually still my client, but I was hired by this client. He will be considered a solo ager. He does have some distant family that doesn't live in the state, and he wants to age at home, and he's a veteran. Um, but he has been having a hard time accessing his services in the VA. He's hard of hearing. He has trouble seeing. You know, and the VA system is not the easiest. So he's been trying to access, he told me, for 2 years. He's been trying to get, he will be on hold for 40 minutes, an hour, or he will be told to go out of town for anyway, that's why he hired me. And in less than 2 weeks, I got him set up with all his services. This was 5 different specialists he needed to see. 5, yes.
Wow.
And yes, it took a lot of back and forth, but that's what I do. He just could not wrap his mind around it. And I would tell him, but this is why you hired me. That's what I do. This is when I get on the phone. This is where I use my contacts and also use my knowledge and experience to, I don't want to say argue, but to present the case of my client. Why is this a logical option for my client? Why are we not going this way? So he's special, but he's one of my cases that really um, encouraged me in doing this.
Sure.
Only because of every single time he's telling me thank you so much, and I keep reminding him, you hired me.
Yeah, yeah.
Rachel, how do your companies work together? You work with similar clientele. Are you seeing people that want to age at home? Are you seeing people that need help
Yes.
figuring out a place to go?
So sometimes aging at home is not always the best solution, especially if the home is not the safe setting. If you can change the setting, change the environment where it is safe for you, that's a good thing. But when you typically require a lot of care, this is where it can get very expensive quickly. And this is where placement might be a better option. So at that point, I'll reach out to Oasis or Dave if a client needs, to go to a facility. As their advocate, I'm still following. I'm still going to check out the facilities they choose to make sure when they get placed, they are happy. Because especially with seniors, they do not think of everything. So I can question the staff there as far as ensuring their medical needs are met and things like that.
Do you
But
continue your VIP services after they go into a facility as well?
it's up to them, but I do provide that, yes. So if they would like me to follow, especially if they don't have an advocate, this is where they want me to still follow. For instance, if they were to end up in the hospital and return, this is something I will ensure, especially with medication. This is something I will ensure will go smoothly.
David, so talk from your perspective of the importance of a service like Rachel's.
Right. So, I mean, our expertise is in the communities, but I don't have a medical background. And when I have clients and I see complex things and they're seeing a lot of different doctors, a lot of different specialists, their med cabinet is, got 35 different things in it, and things just don't seem to add up correctly. I said, you need someone that can come in and sort through all this to make sure that you're safe, that everything, all the care is being coordinated. Because doctors' offices don't have time to do that these days.
So not only does Oasis Senior Advisors provide the opportunity to find the placement for them, but you're also bringing together resources and relationships to supplement what you're not an expert in to make sure they have the best experience.
Exactly.
And vice versa.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, thank you both for all the amazing things you do for our community and the senior market.
Thank you.
To find out more about Rachel and the MPH Life or Oasis Senior Advisors, visit us at iwantabuzz.com. We'll see you next time on Caring About Seniors.